Now let's talk about correlation trading in cryptocurrencies. When you say something correlates, correlate means that to a large extent they behave in a similar way. Okay, when you say that there is a correlation between Vitalik and CZ, it means that at some point they tend to behave in a similar way. And there could be a correlation between Bitcoin and Ethereum. Okay, a correlation between BNB and Solana, possible, isn't it? There could be a correlation between XRP and let me say Toncoin. It's possible. There could be a correlation between Cardano, let me say Shiba Inu or something like that. So correlation means that they tend to behave in the same way. Okay, when the other one is going up, the other guy tends to go up also. Now, how do you trade a correlation pair? All right. Before now, or let me say you are aware of the fact that uh, we are always aware of the fact that Bitcoin is strongly correlated with Ethereum. There is no doubt about that. Okay. Anybody that trades cryptocurrency that has been here for a while understand the fact that Bitcoin to a large extent correlates with Ethereum. Alright. But if you observe something recently, Ethereum began to lag behind Bitcoin slowly. But I think the gap is fast closing at the moment. Fast closing the gap at the moment. And to a large extent, Ethereum has successfully closed that gap. Now, how do you now take advantage of this, of correlation? Come here, go to the Falama. So you can switch the time frame for 7 days, 1 month, and 1 year. Alright, you can see correlation is calculated by using each day as a single data point. And this calculation depends on the selected period. For example, if you select a period of 1 year, the question is, will be computed from 365 data points. All right. Now, if you select 1 month, it will be like 30 days data points. And you observe that in the last 1 month, if you switch like this, there have been a kind of low level of correlation between Bitcoin and Ethereum. All right. Even though it is still pretty much higher than other currencies. Exactly now. So look at 7 days now. In the last 7 days, they enjoy a decent level of what correlation in the last 7 days. Now, if you switch like this, and you see that the correlation level is low compared to what you had before, maybe like from 0.7 to 0.69 or 0.70, okay, from 0.71 to 0.70, okay, you should know that something has changed, as far as this correlation data is concerned. So look at the 7 days, okay, they have a level of correlation. How do you now trade correlation pair? Or even though, let me sound this as a note of warning, trading correlation trading pair does not guarantee an absolute success in trading. You might still trade correlation trading pair and still lose money in the crypto space. Now look at the correlation between Ethereum and BNB, between BTC and BNB. Between BTC and BNB, you have 0.92 correlation. Between Ethereum and BNB, you have now 0.96 correlation between them. Okay, so let us even add BCH, like Bitcoin Cash. Let's check it out. So I'll search for BCH and add it to this. So what's up with that? Okay, now between BCH and Bitcoin, okay, there's not much correlation there, about 0.60 correlation. Then between BCH and what? Okay, and Ethereum, there's 0.69. Between BTC and Bitcoin, 0.60. All right, so that's not much of a correlation between both of them at the moment. So now looking at this one, let's say Ethereum and BCH, okay, they have 0.69. Then Ethereum and BNB, they have 0.96. All right. Then Bitcoin and BNB, that's 0.92. Then Bitcoin and Ethereum, that's 0.91. All right. That's a very high level of correlation, almost 1.0. So you come here, you come to CoinMarketCap. Let me show you how I got there. Let me try to delete this one. Okay. This is Bitcoin cash. This is Bitcoin, on 4 hours time frame. You can see the movement of Bitcoin last 4 hours, almost gradually moving towards the previous all-time high. Okay, crazy pump. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. So, if you don't know how to use this on TradingView, you come here and add the plus button like this. Okay, plus button. You search for ETH. This is ETH, right? come here and add it. If you check both of them, okay, they have a similar pattern. Look at this chart. Look at this chart. Okay, they have quite a similar pattern. If you want to confirm that, go to like daily time frame to confirm that. Okay, it became more obvious on this time frame. Is that not correct? Like it kind of let me say similar movements, right? Now if you come here, switch back to like 4 hours time frame if you want. Okay, like 4 hours time frame if you want. You see level of correction. Okay, you can switch to like 1 hour. Okay, and see what's up with that. Last 1 hour. Okay, so if you want, you can also switch back to like 15 minutes if if you feel comfortable with that. All right. See, you can see that. So what you do with this is what you do with this information. You can come here and switch this back to like line like this. Okay, you can see a huge level of deviation between Bitcoin and Ethereum. Okay, Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now this is how it works. Let me close this. This is how it works. You can see here, we have a similar movement here. Okay, before we had this divergence between Ethereum and Bitcoin. How do you take advantage of it? All right, it is simple. Now look at this. Okay, this is not a substitute, for learning the right way to trade, but just to let you know an example, exactly how this strategy work. Okay, when I say correlation trading strategy, all right. So because someday it might actually be bamboozled, like somebody's trying to sell you an idea that you can make a huge amount of money from trading correlation pairs. Now, assuming that you have Ethereum, let me say TH, okay, on exchange, you can say TH. Let's say you want to use 500 USD to trade this one. You can split it and say, okay, 250 on Ethereum. Okay, then you come here and say, okay, you say on Bitcoin, you can say BTC on Bitcoin, $250. Exactly. Okay, so you split the capital into Ethereum and also Bitcoin because they are pretty much correlated. You put the same amount of money into both of them. All right. Now, if you're on futures market, you use the exact same leverage. If you want to use 5x leverage, use 5x. Okay. If you want to use 10x leverage, use 10x. Okay. But anything above that, I don't think it's advisable to use that. So let me move this to this point, like this one. Okay, like this one. All right. So now you have $2,500 worth of Ethereum and also $200 worth of Bitcoin. Don't forget I said, let's say you're using like 10x leverage. Or I would even recommend 5x leverage, please. Let me say 5x lev for both of them. Okay, for both of them. Exactly to you now. Now, for let's say for like Bitcoin, for instance, okay, you could open buy on Bitcoin. Listen, if you have open buy on Bitcoin, like you long Bitcoin, then you short Ethereum. At these stages, they are going to be trading at the same price level. I don't even understand that. Okay, they'll be trading at the same price level, like because they're highly correlated. There will be shorts, there will be long. All right, it's possible that Ethereum could actually be moving up. All right, the Bitcoin is also moving up. In that case, your long will be in profits. Okay, let me even say this. Let me give an example here. Let's assume that okay, let's say you open long on Ethereum, okay, for instance, then you open shorts on Bitcoin, BTC. All right, don't forget the same price target, right? And you've been on that trade for the past 7 days because if you are okay, sorry, I'll share shorts. should be short, guys. All right. So you've been on the trade for a while now. It could take you a week or two sometimes to make profit from correlation trading. It's not something less just enter one day, say boom, then you're out of it. No, it doesn't work like that. So now if you go back to this, in the last 7 days, for instance, Bitcoin has done 13.33%, while Ethereum has done 29.26% in the last 7 days. All right. Now what that means is that the long on Bitcoin, okay, the long on Ethereum, you're using 5x leverage, you must have gotten like how many percent profit? That is 5x times what? Sorry about that. Times 29.3%. So if I use my calculator now, that should be around 148 or thereabout. Let me confirm that. Let's see. Let me say 29 times 5. Sorry about that. 145 really. Okay. So 145 for this for Ethereum long. So I'll clone this for long. You will incur 145% in profit on that. Okay, in profit on that. 145%. Change the background color. Let me change that to like green, like this one. Then for Bitcoin, don't forget that Bitcoin you open shorts, and this guy in the last 7 days has moved by how many percent? Okay, it has moved by 30.35%. Okay, so let me go back and say, okay, let me say 30% really. Okay, it has moved by 30%. 30 times 5 will be about 65, but let me confirm that. Okay, let me confirm that. So 13 times 5, because you're using 5x leverage, that is what? That's 65. Cool. So now on this one, it will be down by 65%. I'll change this to red, okay, because it's a loss. So now for this strategy, by the time you look at your long, what you have in your long, for instance, that would be like my plus 45%, plus 45% minus 65%. Okay, whatever the answer you get, that would be your profit on that trade. Okay, let me say 145 minus 65. That should give you like 80, I guess, or 75. Okay, 80 exactly. 80, yeah, exactly. So your PNL here will now be, you're still in profits. So your PNL will be, your PNL, which is profit and loss, will be 80%. Okay, 80%. All right. Now, what you can observe here is that, your total profit on this guy is 80%. Right. By the time you subtract your profit, you subtract your losses minus from your profits, you have 80%. That will be the profit you make on top of this trade. So you've actually increased your profit possibly by how many percent right now? Okay, that's a very good percentage right now. So basically, on this guy, you are down by, you are down like how many percent? Let me check that. How much is 65% of 250? 65%. Okay, that would be that would be like 250 multiplied by 0.65. Okay, that's 162. Is that not? Okay, so if you are down by that percentage on this trade, then definitely this one will be like let me say that will not be okay. You have minus 162 here, minus 162 percentage, right? Percentage on this one. Then for this one you have what? Let me remove this. Okay, on this one you have something like this here. Okay, let me go to calculator now. I will say 250 multiplied by 1.45. That's exactly same thing as 140%, 145%. That is 365, right? Okay. Then you come here. Okay. So yeah, I say so it's 365. Or I think 362. Let me check. 362.5. Let me say approximately 362 for this one. Okay. So now, by the time you deduct, don't forget that to open this trade now, okay, to open this trade, your margin will be what? Okay, your margin will be like if there is a cross, for instance, your margin will be like let me say 50. Okay, so the margin for this one, okay, is 50 USD for this one. Okay, so it will be 50 for the margin. Okay, because there is a 5x leverage for Ethereum. There is also 50 for this other guy. Is that clear to you now? So let me do this one. All right, I'm using like cross leverage for this. So at the end of the day, okay, you have 162, 362 minus what? Minus 163. Look at that. You have 362 minus 163. Okay, that gives you 199. Okay, so your PNL in that sense also, your PNL equals to 199. All right, that's how much you make if you are right on this trade. Is that clear to you now? Okay. Okay. If you are wrong, probably you decide to like short Ethereum and you long BTC. Okay. So you'll be like plus, you'll be like plus 65 minus 145. Okay. Your balance will be down by minus 80%. Okay. Minus 80%. That is it. That is how correlation trading pair works in the essence of it. Now, look at this. If you go back to this chart, you will see that if you want to open anything as far as correlation trading pair is concerned, you have to monitor the chart very well. Look at this. At some points, okay, at some point, the orange one is at the top. Okay, meaning that Ethereum is having a more profit than Bitcoin. I know another point, you have the blue on the top. So it's not actually like all the same all the time. Let me switch to like 4 hours. Let me even say 1 hour, for instance. You can see at the point where they're about to converge, that is where you go and do your job. All right, you begin to watch your charts. At the point where they converge here is where you open short and long. Okay, and if you come here like this, okay, you can see. Did you see that? Okay, look at this. So when there is going to be like a kind of converge, like these are the points where you trade correction pair. Let me use this. This is at the point where you trade it. Like this point, okay, like this point. This is the point where you trade it. Okay, like this point. You see that? Okay, and this point. Okay, you need to look for a point whereby they will converge. All of this time that they kind of have their distance apart. Even though they are distance apart, okay, you might still be able to wait. Now, like I was saying, even though there is a momentary divergence here, they are still going to converge at some point. So what you are concerned about, there are points where they had a level convergence. Okay, that is where you go right there and open your long and short together at the same time. Is that clear to you now? Okay, so that is it. Okay, correction trading pairs involves level of risk. I'm not saying that again. All right, but this is how it is being done. In case you want to put, you want to like put some money into it and see how it works. All right. Now, some of you will ask questions like, how exactly do you know which one will go and which one will go down? Honestly, nobody can say accurately at that point of convergence that this one will go down more than the other one. All right. If you look at this convergence here, you discover that Ethereum went down more than Bitcoin here. In that case, you make more profit from the shorts, okay, and that profit cover for the long that you take on this trade. All right. So there is no way you can know with 100% accuracy that this is the one that will go up and this is the one that will go down. All right. So that is the reason why I said at the beginning that understanding correlation trading pair is not a foolproof. Like it's not an holy grail in trading. Does that really mean that if you understand this alone, every now and then you win from the trade from the crypto markets? Okay, but that is basically how it's been done. Use this tool to have an idea of the correlation. Use this to have an idea of how the chart moves. All right, then go to your exchange and open the trade accordingly. Open short for one, the same amount of the same value. It must be the exact thing. The same value for your short, same value for your long. Then you wait and see what is going to happen to your trade. Is that clear to you now? That is how it works.